I'm Chad. You're watching Square Buddy Stuff. Good morning, everybody. This is day 3 of our Make Big Booty Judy Great Again video series. If you're not familiar with what we got going on, go back a few videos. We started out on Thursday at the dyno shop, getting some baseline numbers on what this thing made. Bone stock, factory stock, nothing been modified on this thing. But anyways, we've got the sniper set up, new intake, ceramic coated headers, and just right now it's like 4 foot of straight pipe, and because we had to get some pipe on there for the O2 sensor so that would play nice with the computer system. We've also got the odometer digital gauges, and we got everything's working right now. It actually fired it up last night. Go check out our last video on that. It fired right up, ran. We had a few little issues here and there. Had a little bit of a fuel leak. One of the factory lines decided it didn't want to hold, a metal line, it didn't want to hold the pressure. Had a thin spot, I guess, but we got that fixed. The last main thing on the list is the gear vendor's overdrive unit we're going to be putting on behind this SM465 4-speed. Got to finish some exhaust. But yeah, we made some big headway thanks to Buff with Buff's Garage YouTube channel, Jacob from Busted Grill Garage YouTube channel, my son Shellman, he's been here helping, and of course Brad Curtis with BNCO Designs. He's the owner of the truck and owner of BNCO Designs, the company that makes custom door handles, billet door handles, billet lock knobs, billet, all sorts of billet stuff. The billet headlight rings, like I've gotten squeaky. Yeah, he makes these grills. Trying to think of anything else, but they make a lot of cool stuff. Let's go check out BNCO Designs, BNCO Designs. Yeah, right. Boom, there. And actually, this is a set of headlight rings. If you want to take a look at them real quick. These guys right here. He thought I might like to try them in squeaky. So yeah, I might switch them out because I've got just the polished aluminum. And he said, "Oh, you might, if you want to try the black ones out, let me know." So he brought those with him. We might try them out later. Yeah, we got quite a bit done, and we still got a little bit to go. So I think I hear Brad pulling up right now. I've let him. Oh no, it's Jacob with Busted Grill Garage. He showed up early. I didn't know if he was going to even be here on this last day, but he might just be here to pick up stools. I don't know. So I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm just gonna kind of spend the morning kind of reorganizing, cleaning up the shop. Then I can get started on the gear vendors. The other guys are gonna kind of finish up what they got going on underneath the hood and inside. That's where we're at on the project. Hi, Jacob.
Morning.
See what Jacob thinks of this whole weekend. So Jacob, what do you think of the whole Make Big Booty Judy Great Again experience?
I've learned to do a lot this weekend simply by volunteering to do it without a clue in the world of how to do it. And there's been a lot of stuff get done, and I think it's awesome. And this gear vendor setup that we're doing today is going to just set all of it off.
So what was your favorite part of the whole experience?
Pulling the intake twice.
Not sure why that would be the favorite part, but anyhow. I don't know. I'm not very good at questions and answers, but did you have fun?
I did. I really did. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what else to ask. My brain's just kind of mushy right now as usual, but I will say, you know, this guy's, you know, close friend of mine. We've known each other before the YouTube thing, and you know, it's just kind of, it's been what, 4 or 5 years now. You know, he was just a young kid, just out of high school, working at O'Reilly's, and somehow we got connected, and now he's got his own YouTube channel, and he's over here helping out in the shop, and it's been neat for me to see him grow up, I guess. It's only been a few years, but still get to watch this next generation come up and learn some of this stuff. And I mean, they can teach me stuff too, you know. But he done an awesome job. He was pretty much over taking care of the autometer gauges, and he done an awesome job on that. I think you were probably a little overwhelmed at first when you seen all the wires. Is that a true statement, Jacob?
Well, I opened the box for the last month, or whenever we started planning this project. I was envisioning autometer analog gauges, and I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be very straightforward. But I get here day before yesterday, and I open the box, and there's just a screen. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun.
But he didn't let it get to him. He sat in the truck for a while. He read the instructions, going through it, got his head wrapped around it, and he done an awesome job. I'm pretty impressed with him. Buff helped him out quite a bit on the outside, running some wires and everything. I mean, I don't really honestly know exactly what all was going on at all times, who was doing what. I just know he was pretty much done the insides, I know for sure, and he's kind of helped. Well, he's got some of the gear vendors stuff started underneath the dash as far as installing the electronics of it. But yeah, we had a good time. I have enjoyed it. So anything else?
That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Tex. Well, Texas had a long couple days too, playing with Gus. Those two dogs are completely wore out. It's been fun watching them play. All right, we're going to. Well, Jacob's got to leave here in just a little bit, so he was wanting to hear it fire up one last time and see his gauges that he installed one last time. So we're gonna do a cold start. Yeah, hit it.
Clutch safety switch.
I think she wants to run. Already starting to try to idle lower than it did last night. That's good. Let it fire right off. So we're gonna go for a road trip, the Maiden voyage, and we gotta get a few more things from the O'Reillys. See how Big Booty Judy runs. I've actually got the pipes with the mufflers on there now. I think they're 40 series Flowmasters. Sounds really good. Maiden Voyage, and it needs to keep learning and do some tuning and stuff maybe on it. We might back the ignition timing off just a hair. Just still trying to spark knock a little bit, but I've never really messed with any of the sniper stuff, so I told him to set the total timing to like 38, because that's where I normally run big blocks. But we'll kind of figure that out. But right now we're going to try to get ready to get this gear vendor stuff going on. We're going to go ahead and pull the trigger and get it done. This is hopefully get it done today. Hopefully I don't have to take off work tomorrow and finish it up tomorrow. But we're getting all geared up for the gear vendors portion of this. Got everything back out, sorted out. They're getting the truck up on jack stands for me. I'm gonna get the cross member out and tail shaft housing off, and start fitting up the gear vendors to it. Hopefully, you know, I think the most involved part of this is gonna be shortening the drive shaft. The actual gear vendors part, I don't think it's gonna be too bad. I hope. But we're not gonna do like a whole trying to set up cameras underneath there. It's that kind of draws the project out. We're about a day behind from what we was really wanting to be on this, so we're just gonna kind of speed it up. I'll try to get some video, keep you caught up on our progress. I'm gonna crawl under there and get a bunch of dirt and stuff in my eyes. I'll give you guys a little gander what we got going on under here. Oh look, there's a gear vendors unit on the back of this old granny low 4-speed. So yeah, we kind of just jumped ahead and got everything set up and in. I had to set the backlash on the coupler inside there. That wasn't too big of a deal. This is really straightforward stuff. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Just getting ready to slide the cross member in here, get it bolted in, and we got a new transmission mount. Got to make sure it's going to work, and then I'll be ready to fit the drive shaft and see how much we need to cut off of it. We're working on the drive shaft right now. Buff is working on the electricals of it, and he's doing some tricky stuff here for the switch on the shifter for the gear vendors. That is one piece of the 150 foot of drive shaft that this thing has.
49.
And here's the what I call primary shaft, the first shaft. This is the one we're going to be cutting down. What we did was this slip yoke, which it should be bolt-on yoke, but for some reason gear vendor sent a slip yoke, but it doesn't really matter. We slid this all the way in. It's not going to hurt anything being all the way in, because on this other end it's going to be mounted solid to the carrier bearing. But we slid this all the way into the gear vendor's unit, and we took a measurement from here to where the bolt holes are on the, yeah, right here. The bolt holes are on where this originally mounted. We got 15¼ inches. That's what this mark is. I've got a center line here that lines up with our double splines, so everything is phased correctly. The tools I use, kind of janky, but it works. Just some old school stuff. This, where'd my level go? Anyways, a magnetic level. Got everything lined up right. Yeah, this guy. Here, come here, Selman. Or somebody could be a cameraman for me real quick. I'm not used to having that. What I did is I'd have this on there like that. You line up on there, and of course I've moved it, but you know, I can turn this, get it all lined up, and get your good center line, and continue that all the way down the shaft. Yeah. There we go. I'm trying to grab it. I'm not used to having a camera guy all the time. But yeah, we made the best with the tools we have, and if you're a fan of my channel, that's usually how I roll. Sometimes it may not be the best stuff, but it gets the job done. I'm pretty sure that once we get this drive shaft together, Brad, my new camera guy, is going to have a nice, hopefully vibration-free drivetrain. All right, everybody, I realized this video didn't have a whole lot of like content of what we were doing. It's the last day. It's the you know, last hour. We're just trying to get everything done, and we got it done. We're ready to take it for a test drive with the gear vendors. Everything's installed. I wish I would have, you know, just had a camera rolling, but yeah, I should have had a camera rolling. There's no excuse for that, because this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to give you guys content to watch, and I failed you there, but I will show you what I did get done. Maybe on down the road, I can get a hold of gear vendors. I mean, you as fans can like hit them up, say, hey, there's a channel of Square Body Stuff. He'd be a good one to donate a gear vendors unit to. You know, he's got a cool truck and he's a cool guy and all that stuff. But I'll show you what we got done on this. Had to shorten the drive shaft and weld it up and everything. Brad and I and Shellman worked on that. So in Buff, with Buff's Garage, he's still here. He's trying to get out of here, but he done the wiring and everything for the gear vendors for me. That was a huge help. So let's slide under here, see if I can get the light going right. Well, there's a gear vendors unit. This solenoid right here is what controls it. It's got a speed sensor off of this cable, and this cable, it actually just kind of deadheads. It's not hooked to anything else except for the speed sensor. It's up there somewhere. That way, hopefully it should be hooked into the odometer gauges, so hopefully that works correctly. We got this shaft shortened by 15¼ inches. I shortened it on this end. That was the easiest way to do it. Got a new carrier bearing, and it just goes back there to hook to the drive shaft. But funny note is these bolts here were junk. I barely got them out, and I only had two. I had 2 new spares, but we needed 2 other spares. So my crew cab buddy doesn't have a rear drive shaft hooked up completely right now, because I swiped the bolts out of it because it's too late for parts houses to be open. So I donated some parts to this to get it going from one of my trucks, because that's how we roll here on Square Body Stuff. We rob Peter to pay Paul, and hopefully Peter's got what we need to get Paul paid so we can get on down the road. I appreciate you guys watching. We're probably gonna eat a bite real quick. A little scatterbrain, and it's been one of them days. So stick around. We've got hopefully a good test drive video coming in, or test drive shot coming in with the gear vendors. Don't know, never done one. We're figuring this out as we go. We've never done a sniper in this shop. None of us have ever done a sniper. Yeah, it's been an awesome weekend with these guys, doing some awesome work to a cool truck, and something I never thought I'd be doing when I started this YouTube adventure. So this is a huge blessing, and it's a big thanks to you guys watching me and putting up with my endless rambling sometimes. But yeah, that's me. That's my personality. If you came to my shop, you can ask Buff. If you came to my shop, that's what you get. This is me. It's the real deal. That's who I am. Anyhow, I'm gonna go eat a bite. The women have been cooking away on the grill, and they've got some food for you. So I'm gonna eat a bite. We're gonna try to get Big Booty Judy off the stands and get her for a test drive before it gets too dark, I hope. So stay tuned. We're not done yet.
Mark for territory.
Yes, she dribbled a little bit. That's all right. Stained the bed sheets.
She got excited.
Yeah.
She's got new parts. She's got a new lease on life.
She wouldn't let me go of me. She kept grabbing me.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, get your thoughts together.
Yeah, get my thoughts together.
She sounds good.
We just got back from the test drive, and you know, all this, everything. We've had some ups and downs, and I didn't get it all videoed, but Big Booty Judy is great again. Gear Vendors works.
America.
Yeah, my drive shaft that I cobbled together on my, at least it wasn't on the tailgate of a pickup at a drag strip like drive shaft for Squeaky last year, but we've probably done every bit 85 miles an hour in overdrive, because she's got overdrive now. There's zero vibration in the drive line, so I'm glad of that. Everybody done a great job and had fun. It's been a long weekend, but a short weekend. But I think, Brad, you feel confident driving that thing back to?
I'll go 85 with her in a little bit. I wouldn't have been here if I didn't trust the crew of guys to be here. So.
Yeah, and that means a lot to me. That, you know, actually I didn't even really think I had much of a choice. It's kind of like, hey, I'm coming to your shop. Let's get some guys together. And let's do this. I'm like, okay. You know, we made it happen, and I'm, you know, really it comes down to you guys watching my channel, you guys watching Buff's channel and Jacob's channel, and you've got a channel but you don't really do a whole lot.
I just have Instagram and Facebook, but I sell sweet parts to make Big Booty
Yeah,
even better.
this guy's the guy that sells sweet parts for guys like us to make our stuff great. But if it wasn't for you guys watching me and Buff and all that do this kind of stuff, this would have never happened for me. You know, and this is awesome. One of the highlights of my life is doing stuff like this. It's something I've always wanted to do, but if I didn't have the YouTube channel, if you guys didn't support me, I would never have this. So thanks for making another dream come true for me, guys. With that, I don't think we got anything else. I mean, I never really rode in the truck beforehand. I heard it running a little bit and didn't really sound the greatest, but this truck sounds nice now. Runs good, drives good. You hit the key, it fires right off. I think you're gonna have a nice ride home as long as it holds together.
Oh, she'll hold together. This isn't the first trip I've taken south with her.
Oh, I know. So anyways, with that said, we appreciate you guys watching. Sorry this video didn't have a lot of the content in it. I would just, honestly, for me, I was ready to kind of get things done and in my zone of working on that gear vendor stuff. So yeah, we're gonna let you go. Till next time, you'll keep your square bodies rolling. We'll catch you later.